Torrential downpours notwithstanding, hosting the Pro Bowl has been a great experience, but it's time to start thinking bigger. Orlando, Florida. It's time to start thinking about hosting our own NFL team someday. With Orlando's third consecutive Pro Bowl now in the books, this seems like the perfect opportunity to thank league officials for giving us a brief taste of what it's like to be an NFL city. And to start planting the seed with them about getting a team of our own in the coming years. We should probably also apologize for the Pro Bowl being contested in the pouring rain Sunday for the second straight year and explain to NFL organizers that dreary weather, muddy parking lots and leaky press boxes are an aberration at this time of year, not a trend. Seriously, guys, we are called the City Beautiful for a reason. It's been a blast having the Pro Bowl here during the last 3 seasons, and Orlando leaders have let it be known that they would love to continue hosting the game. However, after the miserable weather the last 2 seasons, we would certainly understand if the NFL wanted to take a break from Orlando for a couple of years. Asked after the game if he thinks Orlando should be the permanent host of the Pro Bowl, Tampa Bay Bucks wide receiver Mike Evans cracked, "Yeah, if they get a dome. It was miserable out there today. Despite the cold, rainy, windy weather on Sunday and the resulting sparse crowd, the NFL tried its best to put on a show. It actually started before the game when New Orleans Saints defense end Cam Jordan arrived at Camping World Stadium wearing a black shirt with the words "Blow Whistles Not Games" in bold white letters. It was an obvious reference to the no-call made when Los Angeles Rams cornerback Nickel Roby Coleman got away with a clear helmet-to-helmet pass interference in the NFC title game. At certain points during the game, the NFL tried to jazz up the proceedings by inserting offensive players on defense and vice versa. Evans was playing defensive back at one point and picked off a pass. Meanwhile, Jaguars cornerback Jalen Ramsey played some wide receiver and caught a 6-yard TD for the final points in the AFC's 26-7 victory. Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs quarterbacking sensation in his first season as a starter, dazzled the rain-soaked crowd by throwing for 156 yards and leading the AFC to 14-0 led in barely a quarter of work. When you see the excitement and sense of civic pride Mahomes has created in Kansas City, doesn't it make you long for a sports superstar in Orlando? Which is why Orlando needs to start creating the narrative with the NFL about getting a team of our own. Don't laugh. It's not so far-fetched. In fact, city and county leaders are already talking publicly like it could happen someday. This market is ready to have an NFL team. It's just a matter of when, not if, Florida Citrus Sports CEO Steve Hogan said. This city could host an NFL team tomorrow. We're already bigger than several NFL markets. The main thing is the business community. We have to continue to recruit those Fortune 500 companies. That's the thing we don't have yet, but we're getting there. There's no question Orlando is nearly ready for an NFL team. We are the 19th largest TV market in the country and the biggest market in the country without an NFL team. When you look at the size of some of the other markets that do have NFL teams, Pittsburgh, 23, Charlotte, 24, Indianapolis, 25, Baltimore, 26, Kansas City, 31, Cincinnati, 34, Jacksonville, 47, Buffalo, 51, New Orleans, 53, and Green Bay, 70, Orlando seems like a no-brainer. The common argument against Orlando over the years has been that Florida already has 3 NFL teams, and there's not enough room for another one. This is ludicrous. Florida is the 3rd largest state in the nation with more than 21 million people. If Los Angeles, a metropolitan area of 10 million people, can have 2 NFL teams, then a state of 21 million people can certainly support 4. And it's not just that Orlando is already a big market, it's going to get much bigger in the coming years. According to Forbes, Orlando ranked 4th last year among the fastest-growing metropolitan areas in the country. If this population growth continues, and there's no reason to believe it won't, Orlando will be Atlanta in 10 years. I've always been taught that you should dream big, New Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings said. Growing up here, I absolutely believe one day we will have an NFL team. It's just going to take some time, and maybe a couple of rain checks for our last 2 Pro Bowls. About the writer Mike Bianchi is a columnist for the Orlando Sentinel.